Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And it seems our special relationship with the United States is now dead. It's over and it's done. And we don't know what the fallout of this will be. Trump is already unhappy with Britain, shall we say, to put it mildly. This latest kick in the balls may see Britain actually be put on an unfavoured nation status. And there's one man to blame. But the UK has suspended intelligence sharing with America's forces, even though we're all supposed to be good friends. We're all in Five Eyes. But effectively, Britain has said we're not giving you any more intelligence over the drug smuggling that goes on in the Caribbean because we don't like the idea of being complicit in you actually doing a good job and stopping the drugs coming into America. And so the British government has suspended intelligence on these drug smuggling operations. The US is said to be furious. They have been actually using military forces to stop this. They're saying it is an attack on the US. The drugs trade is an attack on the US, and so they've been using like airstrikes against these boats. Absolutely fine with that. Seemingly, human rights lawyers are being told that actually it's better for human rights to take out these drug smugglers before they get to America rather than letting the drugs go through, you say, because otherwise what you're trying to do, defend the position of drug smuggling. And the human rights lawyers have actually been told that if you're doing that, then there may be a case of being disbarred. So American human rights lawyers are sort of very much going, oh, no, it's a perfectly good idea, blah, 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 blah. British human rights lawyers, though, are appalled. Now, Donald Trump's policy of using what they call kinetic strikes to prevent drugs making it to the streets of the United States has apparently been rejected by a human rights lawyer in Britain, the one human rights lawyer that runs Britain, Lord Hermer. By all accounts, this is Hermer's decision. He seems to be calling the shots. It seems that it was his lone decision to do this. Apparently, now the rumours are that MI5, 6 and GCHQ are not entirely happy with this. They want their good relations. They want their back channels, and Hermer is damaging this. He's basically, what he's saying is he's encouraging drugs onto the streets of America. This is very, very damaging. Trump is said to be furious, as I say, and nobody seems to want to accept what's happened. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. But it's him that's being blamed for this suspension of what they call SIGINT, signal intelligence, and security sources even that are going through various newspapers, some in the Telegraph, some in the Times, some in Guido, say that the order came directly from Hermer's office. And they're no longer going to what's called the Joint Interagency Task Force. This is this is part of Five Eyes, where it's all supposedly shared. Now, there is no illegality in what's known as extrajudicial killing. That is legal. Even the UN has admitted that that may be legal, and that's all that the US are doing. Basically, they're killing on the basis that should that individual or the product that they're transporting reach it to the mainland of the land that's responsible, it would be seen as more destructive than the taking out of the people doing it effectively. So it's perfectly legal. Nobody's going to say that. If you had, say, a Russian agent trying to transport a nuclear bomb across Europe to bring into Britain, and the SAS stopped them somewhere in, say, middle of Germany and delivered a little coup de grace, nobody is going to complain about that. And that's what this is. And that's all Trump is doing. He's doing extrajudicial killings. It's perfectly legal. Now, what we have here, though, is an unelected fat wanker Hermer, who's effectively destroyed 100 years of joint intelligence operations with the slip of a pen. Traitors one and all, every single one. And Starmer hasn't overridden him. Why? Because that would take balls, and Starmer hasn't got any. His are in a jar, or in Hermer's mouth. Who knows? But why is an unelected advisor like Hermer given the power to destroy our entire intelligence makeup, that whole infrastructure of our intelligence system? This is one of those where I think an extrajudicial killing by the Americans might be in order, and I'm not talking about drug runners. Let me know your thoughts on this. Bye.